The forest was especially beautiful in the early morning, with the warm sunlight streaming through the tall leaves of the trees like little golden sequins on the soft grass. The birds stood on the branches of the trees and sang a light song as if to say hello to the morning. Beautiful butterflies fluttered among the colorful flowers, their wings flapping gently as if in a happy dance. In this peaceful forest, there lives a cute little bunny named Duo. Her hut was brightly lit by the sun and looked like a fairy tale castle. Next to the windows of the hut were brightly colored flowers, each one smiling at Dodo. Birds flew by and stopped on the roof of the cabin, chirping and singing beautiful songs. Dodo's favorite thing about mornings was that it was the time of day when she started a new adventure. Early in the morning, the warm sunlight poured through the window and spilled onto Dodo the bunny's little bed. She lazily stretched a long, lazy waist and yawned a big yawn. The little alarm clock at the foot of her bed ticked. Dodo opened her round eyes and sat up refreshed. She rubbed her eyes with her little hands before gently jumping out of bed. Duo woke up on time every day because she knew that going to bed early and waking up early energized her for the day. She looked out the window at the beautiful forest and thought to herself that today would be another day full of new things and adventures. Dodo the bunny welcomes every happy morning with her good habit of going to bed early and getting up early. Early in the morning, Dodo stood in front of the mirror, ready to begin her brushing time. Neatly placed next to the sink was her favorite pink tooth cup and a small soft towel. Dodo picked up her toothbrush, squeezed on a little toothpaste, then looked at herself in the mirror and began to brush each tooth carefully. She brushed from the front incisors to the back molars, the left side, the right side, and even her tongue. As she brushed her teeth, Dodo even hummed softly, feeling that the morning was so beautiful. She knew that it was very important to keep her teeth clean, and that brushing her teeth would make them strong and healthy. After brushing her teeth, she rinsed her mouth with water and looked at herself in the mirror with satisfaction, her little white teeth shining. Every morning, Dodo carefully does these little preparations for the start of a new day. Dodo the bunny sat obediently at the table, ready to enjoy the breakfast that her mother had prepared for her. The table was filled with all kinds of delicious food, including fresh vegetables, red apples, and a crunchy sweet carrot. The sunlight poured through the window onto the table and the whole room seemed warm and cozy. Mama Bunny sat on the sidelines with a gentle smile on her face, watching with relief as Dodo began to eat. Dodo picked up the carrot and took a big bite with a click, a happy smile on her face. As she ate, she chatted with her mom about her plans to go play in the forest today. Children, breakfast is a very important meal of the day, so be like Dodo, healthy and happy to enjoy a delicious breakfast. Dodo ran out of the little door in her house, the sunlight pouring down on her, shining on her little furry white body. She followed the familiar path through the forest, her steps light and bouncy, her nose twitching with extra energy. The path was lined with brightly colored flowers that seemed to be playing with her. In the distance, the little squirrel and the little hedgehog were playing in the grass, and when they saw Dodo running over, they waved at her happily, "Dodo, come over and play." Dodo happily waved her hand and smiled so much that her eyes narrowed into a line. The forest was filled with the songs of birds and the scent of flowers filled the air. She couldn't wait to start a new day of exciting games and adventures with everyone. Dodo and her friends, Squirrel and Hedgehog, were playing in a lush green meadow in the forest. The sunlight poured through the treetops, warming and comforting them. Dodo giggled as she ran, with the squirrel and hedgehog chasing after her, and the sound of laughter echoed through the forest as they ran happily together. After playing for a while, Dodo stopped and said happily to her friends, "You know what? It's great to go to bed early and get up early. I have so much energy when I get up every morning, and I'm so happy today because I went to bed early yesterday." The little squirrel asked curiously, "Really? I often play so late that I don't want to get up in the morning." Dodo nodded and said seriously, "Of course. If you go to bed early and get up early every day, not only will you be healthy, but you will also have more time to play games." The little hedgehog heard this and said with a smile, "Then I'm going to try going to bed early and getting up early too, so I can have more fun with you guys." The three little friends formed a circle, spun around hand in hand, and continued to play in the grass, deciding that in the future they would all develop the good habit of going to bed early and getting up early.